Do we have audio? We have audio? Yes, we have audio. And let's change our game title is no longer satisfactory. It is Minecraft. There we go. So we just finished an hour of Satisfactory, one of our Saturday games. We do Minecraft every day, more or less. Satisfactory Fridays and Saturdays, and Planet Crafter Sundays and Mondays. And we have Wildcard Wednesdays. So if anyone around on Wednesdays, well, if anyone around any day has a game they want me to try out, Wednesday is the day that we try it out. So we've done a little to the left twice. 2 other days we've kind of pushed it off without anyone requesting anything, but that is the day we do it. And with that, today was Satisfactory earlier. We had an unfortunate demise yesterday. Went back to get most of our stuff. We had to leave a little copper behind, but more or less got most of our stuff back. We'll be able to get the rest of it at a future date, but we got some important stuff back. We got some power going from biomass, and our goal for next Friday on Satisfactory will be to get our coal power plant coal set up. It's 2,000 units away, give or take. So we want to build a power station over there and use that to feed power to the rest of our base. And that way we won't have to rely on biomass. And then as we upgrade to gas and nuclear and things like that, we can keep all that kind of confined to the power station. If we do have to get gas from somewhere else, like oil or something, I forget what all went into that, we'll pump all of that to the power station so that we can keep all the power generated in one spot. And that's our plan there. And then once we get the power self-sustaining, we'll move on to the coal and other resources and whatnot there. Then tomorrow and Monday will be Planet Crafter days. And I forget what our goal is for tomorrow on Planet Crafter. I'll have to make a run through to see what we have unlocked. I think we have everything built that we can build. And I'm pretty sure we have all of our speed boosts and whatnot. We might have to do some vehicle upgrades left. If not, after that, we'll do a just general resource gathering and see if we can up our oxygen. We need to find, another sulfur place. More reliable source of uranium, continue to build out our road system. I don't know if we'll quite build a road everywhere we need to go, but we'll see how close we can get to that. We at least have it to the other side of a lake, from where our base is. And so from there, we can head over to our aluminum area, which is easy to get to. I think we did build a ore extractor where we thought sulfur and uranium was, and it turned out to be just focusing on iron, so we might go collect that and move that somewhere else. Maybe we can move that to the iridium area and have that kind of producing background for us. Point being, we're trying to kind of streamline some of our resource gathering processes so that we can have resources gathered more automatically and focus more on building ourselves. Because right now, our current goal is finding uranium so we can have a sustainable power supply, and then getting to the auto crafter. I think it's actually called something else, but basically the auto crafter. So that we can build things like the super alloy and whatnot by just having some containers around it. And that way we can just fill up the containers and let it automatically create those resources and effectively just reducing our time to build things. And with that, oh, right. We are playing with the Cyborg 2 as our controller, and we have different profiles for um, Satisfactory and Minecraft. Planet Crafter uses the Minecraft setup. But there we go. What? Oh, someone's shooting us. Okay, that's what it was. Okay. Okay, let's go over this way. And we are day 572 of the journey begins. We are looking for copper to finish out our tavern roof, and then we'll work on more of the tavern. And then we'll work on some of the other story pieces that we need to work on. So we have 3 writing projects going. One of them is just a simple story just to practice, and we have, well, I mean, we'll announce that, but that has nothing to do with what we're doing in Minecraft currently. Another writing project is a Substack project, where it will be kind of a journal project log of what we're building here. Kind of, we're building an inn, but it won't necessarily be attached to this story. Just building an inn, we chose this roof. Here's some maybe like rough ideas for why we decided on the style or material or whatnot, things like that. Just kind of a log that will persist outside of the VODs. And we can link to the VODs too, but kind of a TLDR that you can read through. And then if you want to watch it, you can watch the VODs to see everything kind of unfold long form. The main project, which will probably take the longest, is writing a book or a series of books about the world that we're building here in Minecraft. So that will be a for sale project, but it won't be about Minecraft. We're just building the world here. So if you were reading along, you could kind of move through the world as you were reading the book. Whereas the Substack will reference more Minecraft resources. So that Substack will stay free and open. And the novels will be more of a income source. Although as we're building it, I'll reveal parts of the story. So if you stick around the streams long enough, you'll probably get most, if not all, of the story anyway. And that's kind of our plan there. Yeah. So like the Substack would talk about, like the Enderman, like that, what we're doing to kind of keep them under control, things like that. And in the world that's being built, it won't have Enderman or creepers or any of that. It's just our character goes from Overmar, which is a town that we made and we're building, to Inkwood here, which is a town we made and we're building. It's just giving it a visual. Cool. There we go. Yeah, and you won't have happy gas or things like that. It'll be entirely fictional and made up. Anything that would overlap would be things that are also in every other book and real life, like a bed is something you can't avoid. Oh. All right. And put all that in there. Okay. Oh yeah, we were gonna put some of the coal there. Can we put anything in here that we don't need? Okay, that there. That won't get everything really good. Oh wait, did I see? Oh, I did see diorite, but it wasn't in the other chest. It was in our inventory. Okay, let's head back down. All right, so we amended our tools a little bit. So let's see how, what do we got? 45? Okay. I need to mend our shovel though, so I'm gonna try to avoid shoveling a little bit if we can. And we have diggy days and detail days. Today is a diggy day. And right now we have more diggy days than detail because we need copper for our roof. So once we have enough of their copper, then we'll work on that. We have some wood up there, but we'll also need to start being more deliberate on our diggy days. So what are we going for? Getting prismarine, getting amethyst, whatever the case might be. End blocks or end bricks. We haven't been to the end in a while. But we also need to get things going in Haven's End too. We haven't been to Haven's End in quite a while either. Oh, I take that back. We have been there a little bit to work on some of the tunneling to the library. But we need to finish that. So the tunnel is there, but we need to encase it and make sure it's safe and whatnot. So that there's no surprises. So we need to make sure that we have plenty of worked wood. I think it's worked wood that we're using for the foundation there. So I think once we get the ravine down, we'll head over and do that because I think it's safe enough that I'm not too worried about using our hero account to lay down some of the planks so that we can have a spawn-proof area. And we'll stash our elytra, but yeah. Right. Okay. That takes things there. Where are we at? Oh, there we go. Okay. Let's oh, that's stuck here. Make sure we have a path across, and then we'll go down another layer. Okay. Looking pretty good. What did we? Oh, I don't think we made an announcement. So, oh, for anyone that comes in, thank you for joining. I think we updated our stream, but I don't think we put out the announcement on Blue Sky. We put out our Satisfactory, so anyone that caught the Satisfactory stream would have got this, but not everybody else. So if anybody watching wants to spread the word, feel free. it would be appreciated. So we're quarter of the way through our stream, so making progress. Okay, let's cut a few lines in here so we can have small sections to work with. Okay. Okay. Is this line? Oh, this line's gonna go kind of far back. Okay. And this isn't bad either. Getting a few, even if they're not straight, they'll get us lined up here. Ugh. That could have been bad. That could have been really bad. All right, how do we get up here? All right, is this a wall? Okay. And okay. Oh, this is where we were. Okay. Perfect. Welcome in, Cebu. So the realm itself is private. However, if you go to linktree/mindtripmedia, you'll find a link to GitLab there, and there is a world download that I make every 6 months that you're welcome to use. And the last world download was made at the beginning of July, so it's not too old. And the next one will be December. So you're welcome to download the world and use it. It is a Bedrock survival, but I haven't tested it, but it should be portable into Java. Seed generation is the same. It might have to run through a world converter, perhaps, but with the seeds aligned, I think it should work. At least that's my understanding. At some point, we'll get around to testing that. We do have a copy of Java. I just haven't tested that import process yet. But also, thank you for joining the stream. I appreciate you for sticking around for however long you're able to. And welcome in, JJ. And we won't go into the whole spiel, but we do Minecraft every day, Satisfactory Fridays and Saturdays, Planet Crafter Sundays and Mondays, and Wildcard Wednesdays. So if you have a game that you want to see me play, feel free to suggest it, and we'll consider putting it on the Wednesday docket. All right, so yeah, we'll just continue doing this a little bit. We are now a third of the way through our stream for today. see the shadows there from we have vibrant visuals turned on. I do like it. My only tweaks I would like to see, at least so far, would be able to adjust the saturation, potentially turn off vibrant visuals dynamic by biome. So have a uniform the way it is without vibrant visuals. It doesn't change saturation or color based on the biome. And that water has some more visible properties at night. If it's deep enough and you have light around, you can tell if it's deep. But if it's only a block or two deep, even with light around, it's really hard to tell that there's water present. All right. Hello, Mr. Creeper. Did you come to help? Thank you. Appreciate it. So let's find a safe spot to sleep. We have a lot of stones. We can jump off that. Okay, stone. We got all the stone for a lot. We do have a lot of stone. We do. Okay. We need to move some of this, but at least we have it now. We need to probably move it. Yeah, probably move it to Overmorrow with some shulker boxes. I mean, we technically have a portal over here, but it comes out in our Wither Skeleton farm, and we're really trying to not do much with that. Because there we go. It actually comes out right at the corner of our Wither Skeleton farm, so we're trying to kind of conceal that and immediately take you down low enough so that you don't see that farm and make the tunnel more closed. Where does this going to come out at? There we go. This is 44. Okay. Was that okay? So this actually needs to come down because we'll have to deal with that later. Then we'll deal with that later. None of this really needs to be perfect either. We're just trying to get it down to Y0 in the first 3 phases, and then bedrock in the following 3 phases. But it doesn't need to be smooth, and actually we want to rough it up a little. The following phases will be roughing it up anyway. So if it gets a little roughed up along the way, that just saves us time. Do we want to keep this? I don't think we even need to keep this. Cool to start taking down some of this. We just need to figure. Can we light the moss on fire? Will that burn? Will the moss not burn? Okay, let's see if that does its thing. But one fire's going. We'll see if it spreads. All right. Looks like it went out. Okay, let's see if that does it. If not, then we'll have to figure it out later. But for now, that's good enough. Nope, it looks like the moss just sits there. Okay. Moss just sits there. Okay. Let's get rid of all of this. Okay. We're about halfway through the stream now, and we're in good progress getting our stone down. I haven't found any copper this stream, though. Hopefully find some soon, though. Let's go this way, maybe. We did find some more here in the past, so... Let's start chopping this down to 44 and see if that helps us any. Alright, so nothing there. Okay. Copper in here. Let's give it a shot. And we're seeing iron and coal. So maybe we can get some copper coming up. Now, we're looking for copper for our inn tavern, but we also just want to get this cut down too, so we'll see how things go. Alright. Look at that. Look at that out. Oh, we can work out over here too, because we have a little bit of stone against the ravine wall over here that we can take down. And And there we go. Okay, so now we can do some back and forth in here. All right. All right. Let's cut through here. Yeah. I'll turn around and do it all again. And all this is done, well, 40 something. Okay. I think our other side is what, close to 20. So we're actually making a lot of progress. This was the side that had the least amount of work done on it. So once we get this down to, 20, 10, something like that, we can start doing them kind of in unison, like one after the other, but more or less unison because they'll all be kind of low. And hit our goal of Y0 sooner rather than later, hopefully. All right, there we go. So that takes care of that. But we've got 2 here, 2 lines to go through, and then this section will be leveled off. Hello, Greg and Greg. How's it going? How's the Saturday? And do you play any Minecraft or any other games? All right. We're pretty good there. So this is more or less leveled off to the 44 line. So let's see. Let's cut through here and then do this block. See how, after we get this block done, see what that does to our time. All right. Because we are just a touch over halfway through this stream for the day. So we've done an hour of Satisfactory earlier, and this is our Minecraft stream for the day. So that'll be 2 hours of streaming today, which isn't a lot, but we are trying to slowly increase it while we're able to. If other events change, we may have to cut back our stream times and do 1 or 2 days a week during the week, and then do our other streams on the weekends. But so far, we're able to do this, so we'll see how things go. Oh, we are getting dark, so we are probably going to... Okay. Enjoy the rain and make it over to our bed. Where is it? Okay. And this is one of those changes that, oh, I like it went away. That would be nice as well. This is kind of what I would want, but a change that would have been nice is that when you sleep, that's a configurable setting of, it makes sense to have the night go away, but whether it should reset the weather or not is a separate thing. So making that a configuration that when you sleep, does the weather reset? And you can make that as easy, well, ideally easy versus complicated, but you have kind of a default that's in uh, your easy, medium, hard. So uh, that kind of thing. And then you can adjust it depending on how experienced you are. So if you're playing hard, then you're probably more experienced or at least more comfortable with adjusting or configuration options. And then if you're less experienced or just don't like it, then having an easy means you can just kind of take it out of the box. And as you become more experienced, you can be, do I want to keep the rain? Do I not want to keep the rain? Do I want to keep it today and not tomorrow? So having that configuration gives a lot more sand in the box. Okay, so I think we're okay there. Let's get this cut down to, oh, this is 44 here. All right. Oops. $43. Here we come. Almost 2/3 of the way through our stream. And getting another layer or so done. I mean, this build here is going to take us I guess we need to do this the whole year, but kind of close. So it's multiple years to get all these things done, because each project is probably a year on itself, especially if you consider all the resource gathering and learning to design and designing it. So you'll see how far we can get getting this down to 43, and that will be all of our streams for today. Tomorrow will be a Planet Crafter and Minecraft day, so I don't know what we'll start off with. If we start off with Minecraft and then go to Planet Crafter, kind of thinking we might do that because that makes it a little bit easier setting up the streams, because we don't have that automation set up yet to change streams and have the days and whatnot increment automatically and change the game type and whatnot. But once we have that automation done, that'll make things a lot easier. We can just select our game and go from there. All right. So where are we at? Okay, so we're a little over the 2/3 now. All right, let's carve out a little section in the back here, and then we'll carve off a little line here. Okay. Okay, so there we go. All right, so what are we working? So yeah, this is the ravine in Inkwood. So this is going to be one of our plot elements in the story that we're writing. So we need we're making this probably a little bit more deeper and prominent than it needs, but we want that bridge to really stand out and look nice once we actually build the bridge. Replace this placeholder section there so that it's clear that the only way to get into Inkwood is over the bridge. And there's a little footpath out the back, but it's a large lake back there, so uh, so it makes sense to have the bridge here because it's crossing the ravine. But in the back, no one built like a floating bridge for a caravan or anything. It's just a footpath. Because this will be a shorter gap, so it makes sense to have a bridge. But we want the lake in the back to be big enough. It would be impractical to have something big enough for a caravan. But having something for maybe, a person or two, like footpath, like rope bridge would be doable. And if you have a rope bridge, you could probably do a regular bridge, but that's what we need to convey with this story, though. And I guess the trade routes would kind of go along this. Is this the northern side? Oh, this is the eastern side. Yeah, I think that's north. That's east. So that's west, and that's south, right? No, so this is the Z direction, which is that's oh, this is the south direction. So this is south. That's north. So south and west. Okay. In any case, the I guess westerly direction here. Yeah. No, southerly direction. Uh, would be the route, more or less the trade route. So it's on this side of the ravine. So having it go there would just be extra work to have it go out the back side and then come and meet the trade route again. So that's our justification there. All right, let's see what we got going on. More and more coal. We passed the 3/4 mark, so we're down to our last 15 minutes or so. All right. Got zombies appearing now. How much stone do we have to drop off? We have a good amount of stone to drop off. That's a pretty good amount. Oh, and we had some diorite too, I think. Yeah. Okay. Then we have more coal. Perfect. And let's sail over here. Yeah, we're gonna need our habit gas to clear out some of those. Sorry, can only save one of your llamas. We got oh, I keep forgetting we can do milk buckets. But nothing else really useful. I mean, we have some jungle logs and stuff. Okay. Nothing that we want right now. So let's get back to our mining. There we go. What is our... Oh, and thank you everyone for the likes and follows. Appreciate it. All right. All right. All right, so that gives us down to some gravel there. We'll need to mend our tools, so we'll probably end the stream at our skeleton farm so that we can, if we remember, log in on our Switch so that we can just let that load up farm and take care of that while we're working on some of the writing projects. Okay. All right. How does this work? Is this... Oh, that was our path that we carved up here. Okay. Okay. I'll get some of this carved down. Bring this down to about 45 from whatever it was and look a little better. That looks pretty good. Okay. We'll just do a little cleaning up here. Spend the last 5 or so minutes mending our tools, seeing if there's anything going on in chat. And go from there. All right. Cut a line here and go through. Okay. Okay, that's looking pretty good. Yeah, we get at least down to 43, so that's a nice dip over here, which is it's good. Means our TNT efforts didn't go in vain. But we need to probably cut down a little bit of this so that we can reach some of that stuff, because these floating bits are going to be a pain. But if we have enough space, we can use our happy gas to, as we're coming up, to mine those, I think. Digging down isn't super efficient with the happy gas. Digging up should be okay. Okay. Okay, so that's good there. And there we go. Okay, so what can we do here? Let's we can try to take it down a layer at a time, back and forth this way until we hit our time, which is only a couple more seconds before we make our way over to our skeleton farm. Okay. All right. Here we go. Doing good. Down to 42 on this side, so really close to our goal of getting it down to 40 before we kind of reset and set a goal of 30, Y30. Okay, so we'll take out this little bit here, clean this up. Okay. I'm going to fly over to our other side. And where is it? Somewhere over here is our down shaft to our skeleton farm. Right. So we can mend some tools. Do we have anything we can take? So those two aren't fully grown yet, so we'll let them grow a little bit more. But having the amethyst next to this is really, really nice. Okay. Yeah, so we got about 2 to 3 minutes left, so I guess we'll start our outro. This is our skeleton farm where we kind of mend our tools while we're kind of closing out stream, at least occasionally. So with that, thank you for joining day 572 of The Journey Begins. If you want to see more of what we're doing, you can check us out on Linktree. So Linktree/MindTripMedia, which will be on the outro screen as well. It will have links to our Twitch, TikTok, and YouTube, where you can see us stream and where the VODs go. They have links to our Blue Sky, where we make announcements of projects we're working on, as well as our go live times. So if we miss, we try to make announcements there. If there's schedule changes, I try to give enough heads up. Well, there if we can. Other projects, writing projects will go there once they're in a state to share. And if you like our storyback builds, you can follow us here or there or everywhere. And if you really like it, you can feel free to share it out on your favorite platform and help us grow our auditorium. And with that, have a good rest of your Saturday, and we will see you tomorrow when the journey continues with some Minecraft and some Planet Crafter.